Hello, I am Willie Jones, President of Women for Progress of Mississippi, and we want to invite you again to a grand Kwanzaa celebration. This year, it will be virtual, December 26th through January 1st, each evening at 6 p.m. We're so proud again to be partnering with Pam Jr. and 2 Mississippi museums for this great celebration. We want you to invite your family, friends, and loved ones to sit with us in celebration of this grand event of family and communities. So join us each evening at 6 p.m. December 26th to January 1st on our Facebook page at Women for Progress MS.
Hello, my beautiful people, and Merry Christmas. Even though Christmas is not here yet, Merry Christmas, and welcome to another episode of Woman to Woman with Joanne, the talk show. I am so excited again for our guest who is on set today. So we have the beautiful and lovely Miss Leshia Pickering. She is the founder and CEO of Musi Bath. And I wish y'all could be here to smell all these wonderful fragrances going on in the room today. So y'all help me welcome Miss Leshia Pickering.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi. And look, like I told my other guests, I'm preparing for that studio audience that's going to be like, yay, when that happens. So thank you so much for coming and sharing with us today.
Oh, yes. I was excited to get to see you again.
Yes. So you've been in the magazine, Woman to Woman with Joanne magazine. It was wonderful when I came to visit Musi Bath in Canton, and you guys bought the old
the Mississippi Film Studios.
So
you have a big space, about 60,000 square feet.
Yes, it was huge in there. So I can't wait to get to the story of Musi. But first, I want to talk a little bit about Miss Leshia.
Okay.
Tell us, Leshia, were you born and raised here in Mississippi?
I wasn't. I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. I was born there, and I lived there all my life until I went to college, and I went to the University of Mississippi. So I went to Ole Miss.
Yes.
Went there for and graduated from there, and then I lived in Dallas for a time, but then I lived for 18 years in Washington, D.C.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Washington, D.C. So what brought you back home to Mississippi?
Well, I had 5 sons, and we were just wanting to raise them in Mississippi, so we had more what we felt would be more of a community, and where life would be a little bit slower. I also wanted my boys to grow up learning how to hunt and fish and just be outdoors. So we moved back, and we bought a farm in Madison County.
Awesome.
And that's where I raised my boys.
Yes, and that good old, and this is that hunting season.
It is. I don't see my boys very much right now.
Look, and my ex-husband, he used to every year he would go out and he would kill a deer. So we had the deer sausage and the hamburger meat, deer, and all of that stuff.
My refrigerator's full of that.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So I love that part of Mississippi, the country living part. And I've said this on the show before, but I want a ranch and I want a horse. I'm going to keep speaking it. And then when I get it, I'm going to come back and I'm going to tell everybody, I got it.
Oh, yes. Well, I hope you'll have that one day.
Yes, I'm working towards
we had horses. We had on our farm, and I just wanted my boys. I just think it's good just to be outdoors.
Yes, boys need to be outdoors.
Yes.
And to be able to run off all that energy.
Energy, that's exactly right.
So tell me your experience growing, being here in Mississippi when you came back or when you came to Mississippi.
Well, because I had gone to school here, Mississippi was really very familiar to me. Right. But of course, living in a city like Washington, D.C., it's just so international. Yeah. And I loved Washington. I lived right on Capitol Hill in a townhouse there, and just actually a couple blocks from the Capitol. And so when I initially moved back, it was a little bit of a challenge because a lot of people here, they had close groups already formed, and they have a lot of family here, and I didn't have that. And another thing is living in a city, it's just very different. It was big, it was urban, there was a lot of different cultures that kind of bumped up against each other, and I really get a lot of energy from that. So when I came back here, it was just different, but not different necessarily in a bad way. It just took some getting used to, and I had to find my place. And I really believe that your location should never define your happiness.
Right.
That wherever you are, you can flourish and be content.
Right. Awesome. That is so awesome. So you got 5 boys.
I do, and they're my treasure. They
How
really
old
are
are
my
you?
treasure. Well, they've gotten older. I had 5 boys in about 7 years. So I had children 5, 7 and under, and then I had teenagers all at the same time. But now I have just 1 left in college, and then my other boys are just young adults getting out and starting their own path and career. They're 30 and younger, from about 30 to 21.
Awesome.
So, yes.
That is awesome. So talk to us about, I'm excited about Musy Bath, at first about the company, but first and foremost about what it stands for and what the people that you want to reach, not just to buy your products, but you give opportunities to people who need an opportunity to come and work and have a job and so many different things. I remember when I came to interview you for the magazine, all the wonderful stories I heard. So I'm just excited. Talk to us about Musy. What was your inspiration behind starting Musy?
Well, I was living in Madison County, and there was just, in Madison County, it's really one of the wealthier areas in Mississippi, but there's also great poverty too. So you have people that have a lot and people that have a little. You have people that have a lot of opportunity and people that don't have a lot of opportunity. And for me, I saw that. And but you know, it's interesting because Musy was really born out of a bit of a difficult time in my life. I had gone through a divorce, which I was kind of blindsided by and was, not really prepared for. And I think when you go through anything in life that is difficult or even devastating. And for me, I just found myself in a place of being very brokenhearted. And it's easy to just look inward. And, the truth is, I think something like that, I just really felt like I just wanted to pull the covers over my head. But I have 5 sons, and they needed me to see their mom, move forward. And I just needed to also take care of them. And so but I think when we go through something difficult, if we can just get up, up and try to move forward. So 2 things kind of happened during that period. I feel most alive and feel most joy and really the nearness of God when I'm using my gifts, and my gifts are in creativity. So I started thinking if I could just start doing something creative, again. And then the second thing I think is whenever we go through something difficult, if we can focus our energy not so much on ourselves, but look outward and maybe on other people. And so, certainly I'm not the only one who has ever gone through something difficult or painful. So I started really looking at the needs of my community and the people in my community. And at that point, I felt so vulnerable, Joanne, and I really questioned if God had a hope and a future for me and for my children. I found myself in a brand new situation. But I knew that there were many people also who felt vulnerable and actually were more vulnerable than I was at that point. And I started just focusing a little energy on that and started thinking, I saw that there was a great need for work in our community and people to have someone to believe in them and give them an opportunity. So I started thinking that perhaps I could come up with an idea of something that's handmade that we could teach other people to make and possibly provide a job. And it was just a very, very small idea. As I shared, I was working on a farm, and I had many people always wanting to know if I had work at my farm. And where I had maybe short-term things, I didn't have really something that was sustainable for a long period. I might need them to fix a fence or cut my lawn. But so this was something I could see that could be more sustaining, but still I was thinking quite small. I came up with the idea. I love to take baths, and I think a bath can be so nurturing to you, and especially it can be very healing if you're going through a difficult difficult time. And so during that period, I was taking lots of baths. So I started thinking perhaps we could make bath bombs. And for anybody that doesn't know what a bath bomb is, it's a combination of essential oils and natural oils, and we pair them with like sugars and sea salt and other ingredients that are real nurturing to your skin. But it's a really the shape of a ball, and you drop it into a hot tub of water and you soak in it. So I had the idea that perhaps we could do something like that. My background, and when I was in Washington, I had been a pastry chef. So literally what we did is we pulled out my mixers in my kitchen and we started mixing ingredients together to see if perhaps we could come up with something that would would be good for you. And so, we were really, again, thinking very small. We started selling them at just a local farmer's market. And so that was kind of the beginning of Musi. So we just hired a couple of people that had needed some work.
Awesome. Okay, y'all, we're going to take a short break and we'll be right back with more Woman to Woman with Joanne.
My name is Amika Coleman, and I am the founder and CEO of Strands of Faith. Strands of Faith is a faith-based hair and beauty lifestyle brand, and we focus on providing moisturizing products for dry hair textures. Our products are geared towards naturals who have dry textures and they need to replenish the moisture in their hair, so they offer a great moisture balance. And also for those naturals who want to grow their hair to long lengths, our products are great because they offer length retention. We currently have 9 products. 6 products are featured in our Holy Grail collection. That's our main collection that focuses on moisture. And then we have 3 additional products that were added later: a shampoo bar, a sealing oil, and a moisturizing styling custard. Our products are handmade in small batches, and we use quality ingredients. And our goal is to create our products to be as clean as possible, so we don't use harsh ingredients. And also, I test each product on my hair first before they're ever placed in the hands of the consumer. We pray over each of our products, and they're made with a ton of love and a lot of faith.
All right, you guys, we are back and we're still here with the lovely Miss Leshia Pickering, and we're talking about the start of Musi Bath. So tell us, you pulled out the big mixers and you started creating the bath bombs.
Yes, we were just doing them in my kitchen. And about 3 weeks into it, I said, we can't keep doing this in my kitchen. It's too messy. It was just everywhere. So we got we rented a small space and we began to make bath bombs. And there was a local farmer's market, the Livingston Farmer's Market. And we started selling them at the farmer's market. And we just started telling people. At that time, most people didn't even know what bath bombs were because they had never seen them. And so we started telling them, the virtues of a bath and using our bath bombs in your bath. And so we got a small following here. But and we were excited about that, but the farmer's market was seasonal. So when it ended, we really didn't have a place where people could purchase our bath bombs, but also I had people that needed work and that who had been helping make them. So it was kind of a leap of faith, and I always just laugh. I'm a risk taker by nature, but it was really a leap of faith because I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. But I had heard of a market, an international market in Atlanta called America's Mart. And what it actually is, it's a market where people from all over the world come to shop for wholesale products for their stores. And it's also a place where vendors go to sell their products, but I'd never been, so I had no idea how big this was. And so we went, and there were thousands of vendors from all around the world there, but we just set up a booth and started telling people about our products and about our bath bombs. And I mean, again, people would say, like, what are these? Do you eat them? Are they soap? And so we would share that they were handmade and how we had made them, and just how nurturing they were for your skin.
Right. Well, that's awesome. And again, they smell wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, it's
Yes.
we use a lot of good essential oils, and essential oils are just really good for not only for your spirits, but very calming. Essential oils have a lot of different values.
Right. And I was actually in Livingston a couple weeks ago and still saw
Yeah, we have a
store
little
there
brick and
now.
mortar shop.
Yeah.
Musi now has really grown. Actually, when we went to Atlanta, people from around the country, just stores from around the country, started buying our bath bombs, and we were so excited for the opportunity. But we have now probably about 4,000 stores around the country,
That
and
is
we have
amazing.
about 30 local retailers. And so, and then we do have one little shop in Livingston, and it's a beautiful little shop where we not only have our products, but some of our favorite products from other vendors.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really grown. We're in a lot of just boutique shops, and then we also sell to a lot of spas, and then we're in a lot of the bigger retailers like Anthropologie and Macy's, stores like that.
So when did you start Musi? What year
I
was
started
it?
Musi probably about 2012 is when we
2012.
started.
Awesome.
And then and so now we just kept slowly growing. We're in about 4 different spaces until about probably almost 3 years ago. I bought the building that we're in now, and it's a big space, and it's on a lot of land so that we can build if we need to expand again.
Yes,
So.
that's awesome. So talk to me about the people that you hire.
Okay.
I remember being in there and I saw these beautiful women who, some of them had been, been in prison, released from prison, trying to find work, and they were doing great jobs. I saw them making the soaps and making the bath bombs and smiling faces and all of that. Talk to me about the.
Well,
the
we work
people
with
that
a
you
lot of
hire.
beautiful people, and it's my belief, and I guess, and really the belief of Musi, that everyone has value.
Yes.
And so we chose to work with in Mississippi the individuals we felt like were the most vulnerable. And so one of the populations that we work with, there's women coming out of prison. We partnered with Crossroads Ministry that's in Canton, Mississippi, and they just do a beautiful work of if you have a felony, it's almost impossible to find a job. But also many women get out of prison and they're wanting to change their life. But if you want to change your life, you need a support system and a structure in place. So Crossroads provides counseling, a place to live, and a support system. But then you also need work, and you need someone. And so we believe that you don't look at a person's past, but you look at their potential and the beauty within them. And so we have so as Crossroads really ministers to them, we provide the aspect of work, and it's really our hope that we can create a community around an individual in which they can flourish within. So that's one of the groups that we work with. We also work with individuals with disabilities, and if you have a disability, I think often. You're not sure where you fit, but I kind of looked at Musi as not so much how do you fit us, but how can we fit you?
Yes, that's
and so one of the things that we have worked with Sun Valley closely,
Yes,
and
my daughter goes to Sun Valley, and she actually lives in the apartments and all of that. So,
wonderful.
Yep.
Well, at this period right now, they haven't been able to come because with the pandemic, and there's been some limitations there. We had a group at Sun Valley, women and men that came over and worked with us. We also worked in a partnership with the Madison County Schools, and one of the young men that works for us full-time now came from Madison County, and he's a young man that's probably on the autistic spectrum. And so when he was a senior in high school, he had to give a presentation, and they had asked him what would be his ideal job, and he said he would like to work at Musi. Music.
Oh, wow.
And so we set up for him to come and interview with us. Of course, we knew we were
that's
going to
awesome.
hire him, but now he's been with us for about 4 years.
Wonderful.
And so, and then the final group that we work with is just individuals that have grown up in chronic poverty.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of those individuals in Mississippi who haven't been given the same opportunities for
Right.
education.
Right.
So we really try to look at ways for like if a person comes to us and would like to maybe go back to school, or a lot of like maybe finish their high school education or go on and perhaps go to college. And so we look for creative ways to encourage that, and also give a long-term job for someone that would like that needs stability. When you have work, I think work creates dignity, but it also creates stability.
Yes,
And
it
so,
does.
and we really try to think out of the box on how we do things at Musi, and what does it mean for a company to really love and care for people? I mean, we're not a nonprofit. I mean, we're a for-profit company, and I consider us a social enterprise company. We're a for-profit company with a strong social component.
Right.
But part of what's of importance to us is that we love and care for our people.
Right.
And
Definitely.
so, and we just so we that they feel loved, that they feel encouraged, that if we do classes, we also do a Bible study. So
Awesome. That is wonderful.
and what does it mean to live as a community? And
Right.
another thing is, like I started Musi, but I never could have done Musi on my own, Joanne. Musi's everybody.
Right.
Musi is not only me having a small idea, but it's every single person that works for Musi has value, from the person that makes bath bombs to the person that's wrapping them, to the person that's packaging them or shipping them out the door, to the people that are answering the phones in the front. Everybody's important. I mean, nobody does anything on their own, and I certainly didn't do this on my own. Musi's all of us.
That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful.
And it's true. I mean,
Yes.
because I look at it, a lot of people will come up and say, "Oh, you're the bath bomb lady, or you're Musi," and I'm not Musi. I'm a part of Musi, and Musi's all of us. And so it's having a vision, and it certainly has created a purpose within me. But what we have tried to do also with Musi is to use our resources to impact our local community and the community around the world.
Yes,
So-
that is absolutely beautiful. I'm going to ask you this, and then we'll take a break. But
Okay.
tell us how you came up with the name Musi.
Oh, well, Musi, it's kind of a silly name. The root of it's muse, M-U-S-E. And I've always loved art and design. And, when you say something's a muse, it's sort of your inspiration.
Right.
So I just had kind of like my little made up word was, like I would always say, "Oh, that's a Musi." And a Musi is like something that, for me, it was more than just inspiration, but it's something that gives you great joy, something that kind of touches the sweet spot in your heart. And that's what a Musi was to me. And I'll take it even a step further. It was something that made me know that there was a creator, like a beautiful sunset, or would see a little green frog on my window, and I'd see all the brilliance of his colors, and I'd go, that's a Musi. But it's really the thought that we have a creator that's created each of us with great value.
Yes, that is beautiful. That's beautiful.
Well, thank you, Joanne. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, we're going to take another short break. We'll be right back with more Woman to Woman with Joanne.
Pink Leopard is an online ladies fashion accessories boutique and a lifestyle brand. At Pink Leopard, you will find ladies' earrings, a door opener, bracelets, brooches, and many other fashion accessories. Visit us at www.mypinkleopard.com and join our mailing list so you can stay in touch with us. That's www.mypinkleopard.com.
Okay, you guys, we're back with the beautiful Miss Leshia Pickering, and now we're going to talk about some of these beautiful products that are smelling so wonderful. I know each one of them have a name. Like this bar of soap is called Thankful.
It is,
And then I want to talk about these, the new, you were just telling me
Yeah,
about.
they're called Women of Change.
Women of Change.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And these are, of course, bath bombs. So tell us what made you give everything a different name, what the names mean to you and all of that. Like this one is Thankful. And it smells wonderful.
Well, thank you. It's all natural.
Yes.
It's great. Well, one of the things when we were creating our company, we wanted our products to, we felt like it was a great opportunity that our messaging could bring hope and encouragement and love in the world.
Yes.
So everything that we do has a lot of thought behind it. We started out, as I shared with you, making bath bombs, but now we do a whole range of products. We do candles and soaps and bath soaks, and some of them are here today.
Yes.
Like this right here. It's a bath soak, and it's made out of different salts, and it has essential and natural oils in it. You put in your bath water, but it has a wonderful aromatherapy too. So it's called Let It Snow. We did this for the Christmas season, and so but it smells lovely. But it makes your skin so soft and moisturized. And then this right here, I mentioned that we were doing soaps, and we have all kinds of fun soaps. And in fact, I had the other day, somebody brought my groceries out to me, and I had a little bar of soap, and I just said, I'm really thankful for you. And I gave them a bar of thankful soap. But all of our soap is made by our beautiful makers at Musi. This soap is handmade, it's hand cut, and I'm going to see if I can get this open for you. It's hand stamped. So all of them, even after you can see the cute illustrations, we really pride ourselves in just having really beautiful packaging. But then it's also stamped with the word thankful. And so, but it's hand stamped and then hand boxed. And so, so all of our products have a lot of love put into them. We did a series, and I really love strong women. And we did and there's a lot of women who have impacted our culture, and so have changed the world. Definitely. And so one of the these have bath bombs in them, and so this is our Women of Change series. We have actually 3 of them right now. We have another 3 about to come out, but this is Frida Kahlo. She was a famous Mexican artist. This is Maya Angelou. You know who that is? Just a world-renowned poet. But it tells their story on here, and then it has a quote, like Maya's quote is, "Be a rainbow in somebody else's cloud." And so, but they have bath bombs inside of them. Aren't those fun?
Look at that.
Yeah.
Women of Change bath bombs.
And we recently just launched shower steamers. The shower steamers are up here on your table. If you're not a bath taker, you can put that in your shower, and the hot water will help will create aromatherapy, and they smell pretty amazing. Wonderful. Yeah, we hear all the time, like, oh, I'm too busy to take a bath. People will tell us that, and I just think baths are one of the sweetest things in life, because it's a great time to relax your body, but also to reflect and to quiet your mind. But if you aren't a bath taker, we do have are having products, are creating products for shower takers too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. So tell us about, you have a new
company
starting called Pretty Inside.
Yes, it's Pretty Inside. And I always think great ideas originate around good food. And our creative director, Amanda Jones, and I were in Austin last year, and we were just sitting we had bought some food truck food, and we were sitting, it was cold in Austin, and we were sitting in our vehicle just talking, and we had seen some graffiti on the ground, and it said, #I'm so pretty. And it just got us talking about what beauty really is, and the concept of beauty for women in our culture. And so I had kind of joked around and said, what if it had said #pretty inside? And so we kind of said, pretty inside. And so we decided in that moment that we would like to create more of a skincare line, but that also not only helps make you feel beautiful and makes your skin beautiful, but reinforces the message that real beauty isn't just what you look like, it's the way you live your life, and it's who you are. It's being kind, it's being strong, it's being taking risk. It's beauty's and you think about the people in your life, Joanne, that who you would say are the most beautiful aren't necessarily the ones that are the most physically beautiful, but beauty really doesn't starts with having just a radiant heart. And so we created a line. We started here. We're doing a whole complete skincare line, which we're now working on. But these are our sheet mask, and in an age where everybody's wearing like the mask for the pandemic, yes, these are sheet masks, and they have serums in them that are wonderful for your skin. So this one, the first one we did, it's called She Shines Brightly, and it makes your skin, it brightens your skin, but it also has a message on it that talks about what it means to shine brightly in life and in the world. And then we have one, She Travels Lightly, and this is something I have to remind myself all the time, but She Travels Lightly is actually a detox, so it gets rid of all the impurities in your skin, but it also talks about what it is to let go of negative energy in your life and to travel lightly. You know, for all of us we all come in, with woundedness, and it's being able to let go of those things that weigh you down. And so it's the whole, like you can see the woman with a tiny little suitcase because she's traveling lightly. This one is She Radiates Goodness. And this is a glitter hydrogel mask, and these are really top of the line masks and serums we had developed. But this will help your skin be more radiant. But again, it reinforces a message of what it means to be radiant in life. Then we have She Dreams Courageously, and I love women that dream big and have great courage. And this is a rejuvenating mask for your skin, and it's just talking about dreaming big and encouraging a big dream, but it also is reinforcing that you got to stay replenished in life to have big dreams. And then this is She Lives Generously, and this is like this is a replenishing mask for your skin, but also I think that a lot of joy and happiness comes when we live life generously, and it just talks a little bit about what that looks like.
I think that's so beautiful that not only are you providing a product that will help you on the outside, but there's a message on the back that's going to encourage you on the inside.
Yes.
And I think that's absolutely smart, first of all, but
Thank
beautiful. And it's a wonderful idea because so many people, so many of us doubt that we're beautiful.
Well, I think that's it. I think all of us probably do that. I was about to say that's a woman thing. I think it's probably a woman and man thing. And I think that it's even been accentuated over the last years with social media, where we look at other people's lives and they look so beautiful and perfect. But yet, but we're only getting a little glimpse of it. And so what we wanted to do is take a product, but that was a really great product, but reinforce the message of real beauty, real joy, real happiness, and contentment starts from within.
Yes, this is today has been a great day, and this has been a wonderful conversation, and just feeling your radiance from your heart and your real true heart. A heart to love people, a heart to take care of people, a heart to help people. And that's beautiful, and that's what we need right now.
Well, thank you, Joanne.
Everything that's going on. Somebody love me.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me that.
I think we all want to. We all
all
want to be loved.
Yes.
But the beautiful thing is we can play a role in each other's life. And like I sit there, you're telling me that, and I look at you, this radiant, wonderful woman who's paving her way. And I was sitting there thinking, I'm thankful for you, Joanne. I'm thankful for this opportunity, but I'm thankful for what you do and what God has called you to do and the path you walk.
Well, thank you so much. I'm happy. I don't even know. I don't even want to end it. Leshia, thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing your beautiful spirit with us today and your beautiful heart with us.
Oh,
and
thank
everything
you.
that you've created because of those two things.
Well, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Would you tell the people how they can first reach, how they can get Musi, the products, and then Pretty Inside? Tell them how they can get that as well.
Okay, I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy Pretty Inside and Musi. Both of those can be purchased online.
Okay.
Pretty Inside is prettyinsidebeauty.com,
Okay.
and Musi is under musibath.com.
Awesome.
And many people buy online, but what I would like to also encourage is that if you're here locally, we're in about 30 retailers around the area, and I'd love for you to buy locally from our stores.
Yes.
And we love that our stores have believed in us and sell our products, and I would love for you to purchase them from there. And then also, if you can't find a shop that has them, we have a shop in Livingston up off of 463, a Musi shop that carries all our products also.
Leshia, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for coming and sharing with us today.
Oh, thank you so much, Joanne. Thank you for your friendship.
My pleasure, my absolute pleasure. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us for another beautiful and wonderful, so empowering episode of Woman to Woman with Joanne, the talk show. We look forward to seeing you again next time. Share this with somebody you think it will help, and we'll see you next time. Love y'all. Bye-bye.
If you would like to be a guest on the show, or if you'd like to sponsor an episode, please reach out to us. You can email us at joanne@womantowomanwithjoanne.com.